Have you ever felt stuck in a rut, thinking that changing your job, your city, or even your friends will magically solve all your problems? We often believe that a change of scenery is a cure-all, but is it really? Today, we're diving into a timeless story that might just change your perspective on, well, change itself. It's the story of the donkey and his masters. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, lived a donkey who was not very happy with his lot in life. His first master was a humble gardener. Every single day, before the sun even thought about waking up, the donkey had to be up and ready. His job, to carry heavy loads of vegetables from the garden to the market. The work was grueling, the hours were long, and the pay in the form of hay and a small stall was just enough to get by. The donkey would sigh under the weight of the cabbages and carrots. "Oh, woe is me," he'd grumble to the chickens. "This gardener works me to the bone. All day, it's just hurry up, donkey, and faster, donkey. I wish I had a new master, anyone but him. Someone who understands the soul of a hardworking donkey." He dreamed of a life with less work and more rest. The sun beat down on his back, and the weight felt like it was crushing him. "This is even worse," he brayed in despair. "I thought leaving the gardener was a good idea, but this is a nightmare. These tiles are 100 times heavier than those cabbages. Oh, if only I could escape this cruel tiller." The donkey spent his nights dreaming not of green pastures, but just of a lighter load. And once again, the gods seemed to answer. The tiler's business hit a rough patch. He looked around and saw animal hides soaking in vats and hanging up to dry. This was a tannery. His new job was the most dreadful of all. He had to carry stinking, decomposing animal hides. The smell clung to his coat, and the work was not only heavy but also disgusting. He saw what happened to the old, worn-out donkeys at the tannery. Their own hides were used in the trade. A cold dread filled his heart. Looking at his bleak surroundings and his even bleaker future, the donkey let out a long, sorrowful sigh. "Oh, you foolish, foolish donkey," he said to himself. "I was better off with the gardener, and even the tiller. At least with them, I was just tired. Here, I'm miserable, and I can see my own grim end right in front of me." He realized he had been so focused on changing his master that he had missed the real problem. And this brings us to the heart of the story. The donkey kept changing masters, hoping his external situation would improve. He went from the gardener to the tiller to the tanner, and with each change, his life got progressively worse. He blamed his masters for his misery, but he never once stopped to think about himself. What was the common denominator in all these situations? It was a donkey. He was, and always had been, a beast of burden. His nature was to carry heavy loads. That was his skill, his role in the world of the story. Changing the person who owned him didn't change the fundamental fact of who he was and what he was capable of. This fable isn't just about a donkey. It's about us. How many times have we blamed our boss, our job, or our circumstances for our unhappiness. We think, if only I worked at a different company, everything would be great. Or if I just moved to a new city, I'd finally be happy. So we make the change. We switch jobs, we move, we find new friends. And for a little while, things might feel fresh and exciting. But soon, the old patterns emerge. The same frustrations, the same feelings of being stuck, the same unhappiness creeps back in. Why? Because we took the one constant variable with us, ourselves. We are the donkey in our own story. The moral is powerful and a little tough to swallow. A change of masters doesn't change your fate if you don't change yourself. If the donkey had focused on becoming stronger, or perhaps cleverer, maybe he could have found a way to make his work easier, regardless of who his master was. If he had changed his attitude from one of constant complaint to one of resilience, maybe he would have found more contentment. True, lasting change doesn't come from switching out the external pieces of our lives. It comes from within. It's about developing new skills, changing our mindset, and improving our own character. Instead of just wanting a lighter load, we can work on building a stronger back to carry it. Instead of complaining about the past, we can learn to navigate it more skillfully. So, the next time you find yourself wishing for a new master, a new job, a new relationship, a new anything, take a moment to pause and look inward. Ask yourself, what part of me can I improve? What is the real source of my dissatisfaction? Is it really the world around me? Or is it the way I'm dealing with it? Focusing on self-improvement, on becoming more skilled, more resilient, more positive is where the real magic happens. When you change yourself, you change how you experience the world. Your master or your circumstances might stay the same, but because you are different, your fate begins to change too. You gain the power to make the best of any situation, to find opportunity in challenges, and to build a life of genuine happiness, not one that depends on who's holding the reins. Thank you so much for watching and thinking with me today. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories that make you think. See you in the next one.